If I traded it all,
Welcome back, everyone.
oh,
Now, my next guests have never been on the air with me. I have with me Jim Dunning. Is it Dunning?
Yes.
And I also have with me Denny Reichert. Did I say it correctly?
That's right, Carol.
Okay, so Jim is the CEO of QPC Services, and Denny is the Vice President of Operations. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
Well, tell us a little bit about what QPC Services is.
So QPC Services is a regulatory and quality consulting firm, and we focus on FDA-regulated companies.
Okay.
And what we help them with are three basic things. One is to help them get new products to market through regulatory applications. The second is to help them with developing or fixing quality systems and problems with the FDA. So if you're a medical device manufacturer or something like that and you have trouble with the FDA, we're a company to call. And then the third is risk management for product safety. And we do that in a way that helps companies really understand that.
Okay, so let's talk about the different kind of companies that might use your services besides just the medical device company. Go ahead.
So we have medical device companies, biological companies, supplements or nutraceuticals are all companies that can use our services. Even pharma companies, although we focus on smaller companies, so there's not a lot of small pharmaceutical companies out there.
There are not. But, okay, so if somebody needs to have your services, what would they call you for?
So they call us for that. They have a new product that they're trying to get to market, and they need the application done. Maybe they don't have people internally because they're small, or the people they do have are fully occupied with running the day-to-day business. So they would call us for a regulatory application. Something called the 510K is the most common. But we do that. And then they may call us if they have received a warning letter or they had a bad inspection from the FDA and they think something might be up with that, then we would be someone to call them.
Right. Now, there's a lot of people out there that they're even having their own products that they're developing, and if they are not FDA approved, can they still get it out or no?
Well, one of the problems some of our clients have is they do get it out and without having that proper clearance. And in fact, not all of them are even little startup companies. One that's not our client just recently, they're all over Walgreens with their laboratory stuff, and so they're having to recall product and get it back.
Sure.
So it's a major deal if you're caught with that. Not always is it either that the companies intend to do bad things. Medical devices run from tongue depressors to artificial hearts, and so you may have a product you don't even know is a medical device, or you may not be aware of the regulation. We have had clients with that. So, yeah, the 510K is or regulatory applications are a big deal.
Now, do you do a free consultation with people?
We do. We do typically a phone call, 30-minute, no obligation, free consultation. Or if we're going to talk about some things specific, we'll even do a GoToWeb net meeting kind of thing where we can do show and tell. And really what that's for is for us to learn exactly what the client situation is, or the prospective client, so we can understand if we're the right fit for them and how we can help them.
Right. Now, when you meet with somebody, you must have to, do you go to their facilities? How does that work? And are you valley-wide?
Well, we're national and then even internationally. Most of our clients are all over the country, and we have a network of people that we help serve that. We do it our company way, called the QPC way, something that separates us from the rest. So anywhere you are, any part of the country you are, there's certain key areas in the country where medical device companies and biological companies, et cetera, are more prevalent than others, but we go all over.
Now, their phone number, you have a toll-free number. It's 877-335-1702. And you can also look them up several ways by also, you said calling you said other things. What did you say?
Yeah, I said you can call me at that number. You can go to our website, www.qpcservices.com, and notify us that way. Or you can look me up on LinkedIn, Jim Dunning, QPC Services. You can find me there on LinkedIn.
Okay. Now, I want to go and talk a little bit about the management team. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, one of the big improvements I've made over the years, I've been doing this a long time, and finally I got smart enough to surround myself with people smarter than I am. And we have 3 key management people here. Myself, my advisor and VP of Operations, Denny Reichert, who's here, and Jeff Morgan, who's in South Korea right now. So he's not attending. But so together, we help make sure that we don't do this as a hobby. You know, we're running this as a business, and that we're giving our clients the best bang for their buck.
Sure.
Because it's about value. We're not the cheapest people in the space, but we truly believe we give you the best value.
Well, you called it the QPC way.
Yes.
What is the QPC way?
So the QPC way is a labor of love that's come out of 15 years of working, and how are we operating, and came after, really, I got the advisors of my friend Denny here and Jeff and others. And it has to do with how we work our senior consultants and our junior consultants and our support, because I worked for a decade. I had a strong relationship with and worked with big consulting firms. I went into the Fortune 100 companies and dealt with their problems. And there was so much waste in that, in the way that they did. And so we developed the other way. So we matched the right people to the right projects, and we stratified that labor so that you're not paying, you're not overpaying for the level of work that you're getting, but you're getting the best work from the best people you can for.
Yeah, let me interrupt a little bit here. From the very beginning, Jim always said that he wanted a company that he wanted to work for. He wanted to start up and create a company like that. And so we've tried hard to do that from an operations standpoint. You know, many of the other consulting companies get the consultants, the people that are experts, you know, send them to their clients and then tell them to do a good job. And they usually do a pretty good job. We feel that by really matching up the consultants and all of the resources we have appropriately with our clients, that we could do a better job. Better job meaning do it more efficiently and more effectively, you know. And this is especially true with the smaller companies. They can't afford to spend, in some cases, the millions of dollars the larger companies can and do spend. So we really try to help focus our attention on that level of service.
Right. Now, are you rated with the Better Business Bureau?
Yeah,
I thought I saw that.
I'm happy to say we have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau.
Right.
We're just real excited about that. There's not. You have to watch, and it's buyer beware in the consulting business. You know, there are not any real controls. Just about anybody can come out and offer their consulting services to you.
That's right.
Right. But this is a very different, specialized area.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, what's going to happen? We're going to go to a break, and when we come back, we want to talk further of some of the different things that you can offer these small. You work with mostly a small business, and again, medical device. If you've got, there's a lot of people out there that are starting cosmetic firms and things like this. So, what we're going to do is we're going to go to a break. When we come back, we're going to talk further with them. Check them out on their website. It is QPC Services with an S.com. Their phone number is toll free 877-335-1702. Hang on tight. We'll be back in just a minute. Okay.
That was
Like
awesome.
that so
Thank you.
far.
Yeah.
If I traded it all,
Welcome back,
if I
everyone.
gave it
We're talking with Jim Dunning and Denny Reichert, if I said it correctly. It's QPC Services. And, you know, yes, we were talking a little bit about how you help people in the businesses that have medical devices and things like that. But I also noticed that you do risk management. What do you mean by that, and how do you help people with that?
Yeah, so risk management is a requirement for most, if not all, of these companies in this FDA-regulated space of one form or another of risk management, primarily associated with the product and making sure that it's safe and effective. And how do you, the risk management is a way of identifying and controlling and communicating risk. So any remaining risk that a potential patient would be exposed to is put in labeling You have risk controls within the operating system, your system of the company. You have risk considerations, risk management considerations in design and development. And so putting that together. The big issue with risk management is that it's hard to understand. They use funny kinds of terms like, hazardous situations versus hazards and ways of quantifying, which can be kind of difficult. And depending on how big your company is, if you get out a few people, a lot of times they may not really understand that, or it's complicated and hard to use. So we really focus on making it as simple as possible and understandable. And I like to think of it, a lot of risk management systems, the tail wags the dog, and what we help companies build, the dog wags the tail.
Here's what I think. I think a lot of people are taking a big risk just to start something like this because it is, and it's a wonderful thing that they are doing it, but it would seem to me that the time to call you wouldn't be after, but before.
Yeah, absolutely. And so with not only with risk, but even with this thing we call remediation. And remediation is fixing the
There's
the
another
FDA
hard
problem.
word. What's that mean?
Another hard word, yeah. And in our company, we use remediation for fixing, helping companies fix their non-compliance, they call it, their quality problems that they get typically by the FDA. They come in and do an inspection, or you have a warning letter, or worse. Your company can be at risk at that point. It's a very stressful time. And there's a lot of things that we do up front that will help and help drive that corrective action so that you get out of this as quickly as you can and back to being whole and focusing on your business again.
So this is where that 30-minute consult obviously comes in.
Yeah, absolutely, because this is not these are not things we're pulling off the shelf. We have a lot of we have our approach, and we have all the experience, and we have all the right people. But every client, every situation can be unique, and we want to be able to. The big thing about the consultation is finding out what are you facing, and are we the right people for you? Because we're happy to tell you if we're not, and we know who we can service and what kinds of problems we feel like we're the best in our niche.
What is a typical problem that you come up with, the most? So it's got to be something that that when people call you, usually the most on. What is it? Obviously, making sure that everything is FDA approved or what have you. But what is the number one problem that you come up with?
Yeah, so that's one. I just can't get my 510K out of the way. I can't get my regulatory application done. That's one. Or, I don't know what some of these requirements are. I've been trying to navigate this FDA website, and I don't know what's applying to me. So we do a lot in that. Or we had an inspection and it didn't go well, and I don't know what to expect next. That's the kind of thing that happens. Or we received a warning letter. We got this thing. It went to me as the head of the company, and I have a warning letter, and what do we best do now? Because we know we're in trouble. Now what?
Right.
Yeah.
And you can help anyone in the nation. You said you have your nationwide.
Yeah.
A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau. Their website is qpcservices.com. Their phone number is 877-335-1702. They do free 30-minute consultations, and you can also look them up several ways, whether it's you can also even check them out on LinkedIn.
Yeah, you can check out, I'm the head of the company. You can check out Jim Dunning on LinkedIn. You'll see that I'm head of QPC Services there. And or you can go to our website and put an inquiry in, or you can call us at that toll-free number you mentioned.
Now, how long have you been here in Arizona? Your office is here.
Yeah, I think this is our 16th year. We started in 2001 in Arizona. We've been in Mesa for the whole time. A couple of different places. We're now down and have an office in downtown Mesa. And we started off as a company called QualPro Consulting in 2001. And we changed our name to QPC for short because I had a guy say, well, I was in the United Arab Emirates and saw your company. I said, no, I think that might have been someone else. We're not over there.
I'm surprised I didn't call you.
Yeah.
No, but, okay, so what I also want you to tell them again, so you've been here a long time, so you said you work with mostly small businesses. But give us some more examples of some of the ones that you work with, out there that you're already doing business with.
Yeah. So I mean,
and even here in Arizona, or
yeah, we have clients in Arizona, and we're very, we typically don't put names out of clients. We do get testimonies from clients, and we kind of we're offering that. Sure. But what we do is very personal, if you will, or kind of, companies don't want to say, yeah, I use them to help me with my warning letter. They may not be at a point where they want to talk about their warning letter yet.
Well, that's a good point. Yeah.
Or
what types of companies, again? Let's put it that way.
So orthopedic companies, cardiovascular companies, companies making solutions for different things. Lots of something called a combination product, something we specialize in, and that's when it's part drug and part device and that's the more typical combination. We're very good at those kinds of products, physical products. So there's really a whole gamut of products that we help. And then in the supplements, the supplements, just general supplement companies that we can help them.
Sure. There's a lot of, I don't know if you would call that a startup, but they are startup businesses that they are creating these. A lot of people. I've just met somebody the other day that has started up a new product that is the same thing. It's a supplement company, so that would be perfect for someone like you.
That's right.
Right. Okay. Now, again, you can check them out on their website. It is qpcservices.com, and their phone number toll free is 877-335-1702. What are some of the other things that we should know about what you do?
Well, we focus on those three areas that we've talked about. So regulatory applications, remediation, and risk. But we also do a lot of the other products that are that you may need, such as auditing, internal auditing. A lot of smaller firms have trouble putting resources to do that, or they're so close to it they don't have the level of independence that they need. Or working with your supplier base and supplier management, and we're excellent at that in terms of helping maintain the relationship, but having you get the best out of you, whether you have a contract manufacturer or a key supplier.
Right, and a lot of people who I can guarantee you could use that help because they don't have that communication. Sometimes is not always there. Is that correct?
That is correct. Yeah, and knowing what to do and how to do it, and what we're going to get the best effect out.
So in a sense, it's like outsourcing.
Yeah, it could be. It is outsourcing. You're really looking at, and that's where our whole model is banged on. So you can put that, hang that out. So you can put that. We price it such that we make the outsourcing effective for you, cost wise and effect wise. So
right.
So it's not. A lot of what we do is helping you best deal with these regulatory requirements and integrating them into your system, including risk, so that you can focus on the other portions of product development and the other portions of running your business.
Sure.
And Caroline, I'd just say for anyone to take advantage of the free call, because really that's probably a key to the whole thing. Someone has a question, we can answer the question for them and see whether we need to get more involved or whether, our answer is sufficient for them.
Right.
That's really important.
That number again is 877-335-1702. You're also doing we have a couple more minutes here and I want to get these out. You've got some webinars that you're doing?
Yes, indeed. I'm out doing a couple webinars here in November and a couple in December. We've partnered with a group called Compliance to Go. It's a training organization. But I have 2 in November, one on this remediation and one on getting the 510K out of the way. I'll help you with that regulatory application. Then 2 in December, one on warning letter, how not to get it, but if you do get it, what to do, and another one on risk management.
And this is going to be soon up on your website, and you can check them out on there, which is QPCservices with an S.com. They do free 30-minute consultations. They do it the QPC way, and that number again is 877-335-1702. A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau. Check them out at QPCservices.com.